banners start flying, before the war horns fill the air, before the world sees who survives, the work is done right here. In the cold and silent mornings, where nobody knows my name, where discipline becomes a weapon and purpose fuels the flame. The battlefield is not tomorrow, the battlefield is now. Every choice I make today becomes a sacred vow. The enemy is weakness, the mission is clear. The warrior is forged long before he's here. Before the battle begins, I sharpen heart and mind. Before the battle begins, I leave excuses behind. Before the battle begins, I erase the weight and pain, because victory is earned in the hours spent training. My spirit, the miles test my soul. Every challenge asks a question: how far will you go? And every time I answer with another step ahead, a weaker version fades away, a stronger one is bred. No crown is won in comfort, no legends built with ease. The strongest warriors are created by refusing to appease. One more rep, one more fight, one more dawn, one more night. Before the battle begins, I sharpen heart and mind. Before the battle begins, I leave excuses behind. Before the battle begins, I embrace the weight and pain, because victory is earned in the hours spent training. Finally arrives, and the pressure fills the sky. I won't search for strength that day, because strength was built nearby. In every lonely morning, in every sacrifice made, in every moment I chose discipline instead of seeking shade. Before the battle begins, the warrior is already born. Before the battle begins, the armor has been worn. Before the battle begins, the mission lives within, because those who conquer training first are the ones who truly win. A sacred war begins the moment that the alarm sounds. The battle starts within. The body asks for comfort, the mind searches for relief. But warriors aren't built by comfort, they're built patience, disbelief, and fear and doubt. The moment weakness starts speaking, I drown its voice out. The iron waits, the mission calls. Today I rise, or today I fall. This is the iron ritual, the path I chose to walk, built through action every day, not through empty talk. This is the iron ritual, the code I live by now. Every drop of sweat I spill becomes a sacred vow. Gets heavier each season, the standard rises too, because the strongest enemy is the old version of you. No applause inside this battlefield, no audience in sight, just discipline against resistance, morning after night. The mirror doesn't care for excuses, the iron never lies, it reveals exactly who you are beneath the tired eyes. One more set, one more climb, one more victory at a time. This is the iron ritual, the path I chose to walk, built through action every day, not through empty talk. This is the iron ritual, the code I live by now. Every drop of sweat I spill becomes a sacred vow. When the real storm finally finds me, when the pressure reaches peak, I'll remember every morning that transformed me week by week. Because courage isn't sudden, strength doesn't appear by chance. They're earned through endless repetition and the willingness to advance. The fire inside my soul, the daily choice to keep advancing closer to the goal. This is the iron ritual, and I will never bow, because greatness is not something found, it's something built right now. Battlefield awaits at sunrise, the enemy waits inside my head. Every excuse I've ever carried must be left behind for dead. No one is coming here to save me, no one will fight this war for me. Every drop of sweat I sacrifice is building who I'm meant to be. The weight is heavy on my shoulders, the pressure grows with every day. But warriors aren't made in comfort, they're made when comfort fades away. The drums are calling, the fire is near, the mission is clear, there is no fear. No retreat, no mercy, no surrender, no escape. Every battle makes me stronger, every challenge shapes my fate. My shield is forged from pain. My sword is endless repetition, again and again and again. The weak seek reasons to stop moving, the strong seek reasons to continue. When my body begs for comfort, my purpose cuts straight through. Every mile becomes a lesson, every rep becomes a scar. Every sacrifice I make today pushes me farther than I are. One more round, one more fight, one more battle through the night. No retreat, no mercy, no surrender, no escape. Every battle makes me stronger, every challenge shapes my fate. No retreat, no mercy, stand and fight through every storm, because the man I seek to become is waiting to be One day the war will find me, one day the test will come, but I won't fear the battlefield because the work is already done. The victory starts in training long before the clash begins. The warrior who conquers himself is the warrior who until the day I die. No retreat, no mercy, no weakness left in me, because every battle that I conquer brings me closer to destiny. Sacrifices forged inside 1,000 mornings, paid for with 1,000 nights. The battlefield stands waiting beyond the fear and doubt, and every day of training is what this war's about. I hear the drums approaching, I feel the pressure rise, but warriors don't fear the storm, they look it in the eyes. Every mile has made me stronger, every wound has taught me more, and every drop of sweat today prepares me for the war. The line is drawn, the path is clear. Advance ahead, there's nothing here to fear. March to victory, step by step through the fire. March to victory, driven by a higher desire. To victory, no surrender in my soul. March to victory until I reach the goal. The strong create their own, the weak seek shelter from the battle. The strong defend the throne. Every repetition matters, every challenge leaves a mark. Every time I push beyond my limits, I bring light into the dark. The enemy is hesitation, the enemy is fear, and every day I conquer them makes the mission crystal clear. One more climb, one more scar, one more lesson from the war. March to victory, step by step through the fire. March to victory, driven by a higher desire. To victory, no surrender in my soul. March to victory until I reach the goal. darkness calls my name, I'll remember why I started and feed the inner flame. Because warriors aren't measured by how hard they can strike, but by how many times they rise and continue the fight. March to victory. The drums are calling me ahead. March to victory. With determination in every step. March to victory. Through the storm and through the pain. And when the battle finally comes, I'll be ready once again. Felt heavier than my bones. When every step demanded strength I didn't think I owned. The weight of every failure lived inside my chest, and every day felt like another unforgiving test. People told me to surrender, told me I should slow down, said the dream was far too heavy, said I'd never wear the crown. But something deep within me refused to disappear, a voice that kept on whispering through every doubt and fear. When the body said I'm finished, when the mind said let it go, that's the place where warriors discover how far they can truly go. Beyond the breaking point I rise, with fire burning in my eyes. Every battle, every scar has made me stronger than they are. Beyond the breaking point I stand, with destiny inside my hands. What was meant to make me fall became the reason I stand tall. The strongest version of yourself is never born in ease. It's forged beneath resistance, under pressure on its knees. The mountain doesn't move for you, the storm won't change its path. You either grow to meet the challenge or remain within the past. Every early morning struggle, every sacrifice I made, every lonely mile I walked when motivation started to fade, built a foundation made of grit that nothing could destroy, a strength no one could ever take, no force could ever void. One more rep, one more mile, one more battle, one more trial. The difference between defeat and greatness is enduring a little while. Beyond the breaking point I rise, with fire burning in my eyes. Every battle, every scar has made me stronger than they are. Beyond the breaking point I stand, with destiny inside my hands. What was meant to make me fall became the reason I stand tall. Now I thank the pain that found me, now I thank the storms I faced, because every single hardship helped me find my rightful place. The road was never meant to break me, it was meant to reveal my soul. And now I know that nothing in this world can stop a heart with a goal. Beyond the breaking point I rise, no fear remaining in my eyes. Every setback, every flame, only strength in my name. Beyond the breaking point I live, giving the hard way. The rain kept falling on my shoulders. The road kept stretching through the night. Every step felt twice as heavy. Every dream was out of sight. People said that I was finished, said the climb was far too steep, but they never saw the fire that I carried underneath. I learned that pain can be a teacher if you listen when it speaks. And the strongest kind of courage shows itself when you are weak. The storm kept saying, give it up. The mountain said, you're not enough. But something deeper in my soul refused to let me go. I was built to endure, built to carry something more, built to stand when others run, built to finish what I've begun. I was built to endure through the pressure, through the war. Every scar became the proof that I survived and grew. There were moments I felt broken, moments I could barely stand, but every challenge that I conquered turned weakness into command. The world will test your dedication. It will test your heart and mind. And the person who keeps moving leaves the doubters far behind. You don't discover who you are on the days that feel okay. You discover it when everything is trying to make you break. One more step, one more fight, one more hour through the night. That's the difference in the end between quitting and ascent. I was built to endure, built to carry something more, built to stand when others run, built to finish what I've begun. I was built to endure through the pressure, through the war. Every scar became the proof that I survived and grew. Now I thank the storms that found me. Now I thank the weight I bore, because without those brutal battles I'd be weaker than before. Every setback had a purpose. Every loss revealed a way. And the person I became was forged in those difficult days. A soul that no darkness can control. They called it impossible. That's why I chose the fight. Because every dream worth chasing lies beyond what's safe and right. The mountain looked enormous. The road seemed far too long, but But impossible is just a word used by those who won't stay strong. I carried doubt upon my shoulders. I carried fear inside my chest. But neither one could stop the hunger to become my very best. Every giant starts to shrink the moment that you move. Every wall begins to crack when you refuse to lose. Conquer the impossible. Break the limits in your soul. Conquer the impossible. Turn the pressure into gold. Conquer the impossible. Leave the fear where it belongs, because the strongest people rise from the places they were told they're wrong. I learned the world rewards persistence, not the ones who simply dream, because dreams without action are weaker than they seem. Every morning brought resistance, every night demanded more, but champions are built by doing what others can't endure. The road became my proving ground, the struggle became my name, and every obstacle before me added fuel into the flame. One more mile, one more scar, one more lesson from the war, one more step beyond the pain, and you'll never be the same. Conquer the impossible. Break the limits in your soul. Conquer the impossible. Turn the pressure into gold. Conquer the impossible. Leave the fear where it belongs, because the strongest people rise from the places they were told they're wrong. No one remembers easy victories. No one honors comfort won. History belongs forever to the ones who overcome. The impossible is only real until somebody breaks through, and every barrier in existence is waiting there for you. Conquer the impossible. Let the fire take control. Conquer the impossible until the dream becomes the goal. Conquer the impossible. Stand taller than before, and when the world says you can't do it, show them what you're fighting for. The alarm rings in the darkness. Nobody's watching now. No applause, no recognition, just a promise and a vow. The weak wait for motivation. The strong move anyway, because discipline is choosing to keep going through the pain. Every morning is a battle. Every choice becomes a test, and the person in the mirror knows if you gave your best. The road is long, the climb is steep. Most will quit, most won't keep taking steps when it gets hard. That's where champions are forged. Discipline above all. When the body wants to fall, when the mind begins to break, take another step to wake. Discipline above all. Stand your ground and stand up tall. Every sacrifice you make builds the life you cannot fake. silent prison, dressed in safety and disguise. We'll steal your highest future, one excuse at a time. Greatness lies beyond resistance, past the fear and past the doubt. Every dream you've ever wanted starts the moment you step out. The world belongs to those who endure, to those who stay when others leave, to those who carry heavy burdens and still choose to believe. No shortcuts, no easy way, no miracle arriving today. Just the work, the sweat, the scars, that's what builds who you are. Discipline above all. When the pressure feels too strong, when the darkness fills your head, keep moving forward instead. Discipline above all, that's the answer to it all. Every battle that you face shapes the leader in your place. Years from now they'll see the victories, but they won't see every fight. They won't see the lonely mornings or the sleepless, restless nights. They'll only see the final chapter, not the pages filled with pain. But you will know exactly why you earned everything you get. Discipline above all, that's the code, that's the call. Not because the road is fair, but because you chose to dare. Discipline above all, through the rise and through the fall. And the person you become will be stronger than them all. There was a time I feared the struggle, a time I feared the weight of pain. I searched for roads without resistance, tried to outrun the pouring rain. But every shortcut led to nowhere, every comfort stole my fire, and every dream worth truly chasing demanded something higher. The world does not reward intentions, it rewards the ones who act, the ones who keep on moving forward when everyone turns back. The pressure rose, the doubts grew loud, the storm gathered all around. But every hit I took in life made me harder inside. I run through adversity, that's what this life has made of me. Every scar and every fight turned weakness into might. Iron through adversity, standing tall relentlessly. Every storm I walked into forged a stronger truth. Forged a stronger truth. that fear is only powerful when you let it choose your path. And pain is only permanent if you never answer back. The mountain still stands before me, but now I welcome every climb, because I know the view is different for the ones who pay the price. Every setback held a lesson, every loss revealed a key, and every chapter of the struggle unlocked another piece of me. One more rep, one more mile, one more battle, one more trial. The difference between defeat and glory is enduring the story. Iron through adversity, that's what this life has made of me. Every scar and every fight turn weakness into might. Iron through adversity, standing tall relentlessly. Every storm I walked into forged a stronger truth. For easier days, I pray for stronger shoulders. I don't ask the world for mercy, I ask to become bolder, because the strongest steel is never made in calm and peaceful weather. It's made beneath relentless pressure, holding firm together. The storm arrived without a warning, tore apart the life I knew. Every plan I built for years was shattered right in front of me. Friends disappeared when times got harder, promises turned into smoke. The people who once stood beside me vanished when the pressure spoke. I stood alone against the silence, against the doubt, against the pain. And in that darkness I discovered why some rise and some remain. The world respects endurance, not the words that people say, because character is revealed when everything is stripped away. I'll be the last man standing when the fire fills the sky, when the weak have stopped believing and the dreamers wonder why. I'll be the last man standing with the scars upon my skin. Every battle that I've survived is another reason I win. I stopped searching for easy answers, stop waiting for perfect days, I learned that greatness hides itself inside uncomfortable ways. Every morning that I showed up, when my body wanted rest, every time I chose the hard road, I became a little less ordinary. The mountain never cared about excuses, the storm never cared about fear. So I became the kind of person who keeps moving year by year. One more step when strength is fading, one more fight when hope is thin. That's the place where warriors discover how champions are built within. Another reason I win. The pressure tried to break my spirit, the darkness tried to own my name, but every challenge that confronted me only fed a deeper flame. Now I don't fear what lies before me, I don't fear another climb, 'cause I know the strongest version of myself is waiting on the other side.
Watching dreams fade on the shelf. Every plan I try to make seemed to break. I carried doubt for many years, hidden underneath my fears, wondering if I was enough to rise above. But every rope that nearly broke me, every shadow that controlled me, led me to the strength I found standing now.
I will rise from nothing,
of defeat. Every wound becomes a lesson, every scar a victory.
I will rise from nothing,
stronger than I've ever been. What once felt like my ending was where my life began again.
The pain felt unforgivable, but step by step and day by day I found my way.
Now the mirror shows someone who refused to stay undone, a soul that learned through every fall to stand up tall.
I will rise from nothing,
and I won't be turned around. Every storm that tried to stop me only taught me how.
They said wait your turn, be patient, stay in line and know your place. But dreams were never built by people too afraid to leave the cage. I watched his disappear in silence, watching others chase their fate. Then I realized no one's coming to unlock a guarded gate. The world won't hand you opportunity, the world won't make the pathway clear. You either build the road before you, or spend your life trapped by fear. I got tired of asking questions, tired of waiting for a sign. The day I took control myself was the day I changed my life. I rise without permission, I move without approval. No waiting for acceptance, no surrender, no removal. I rise without permission, through resistance and collision. Every obstacle before me only sharpens my decision. The strongest walls were never concrete, they existed in my mind, built from years of hesitation and the fear of being denied. But fear cannot control a person who has something worth pursuing, and limits cannot stop a soul that is completely committed to doing. Every morning is a challenge, every day another test, but every step beyond discomfort brings me closer to my best. One more hour, one more fight, one more step into the night. The future favors those who move when others freeze inside. I rise without permission, I move without approval. No waiting for acceptance, no surrender, no removal. I rise without permission, through resistance and collision. Every obstacle before me only sharpens my decision. No king was crowned by hesitation, no legend waited to be chosen. The ones remembered through history are the ones who stayed in motion. So let the doubters keep on doubting, let the critics speak their mind. I'll be too busy building greatness to leave my purpose behind. I rise without permission, with discipline as my religion. Every setback, every scar has helped reveal who we truly are. I rise without permission, driven by relentless vision. And the man I become tomorrow will make today's version look small. They see the medals, see the victory, see the mountain that I climb, but they never saw the mornings when I left comfort behind.
They never felt the lonely evenings when the work was all I knew. While the world was chasing pleasure, I was chasing something true.
Everybody wants the outcome, everybody wants the crown. Few are willing to keep moving when the world is is dragging down.
Every dream comes with a price, every victory demands sacrifice, and the question that remains is what you're willing to exchange.
This is the cost of greatness,
the price of becoming more.
Every wound, every battle
opens another door.
This is the cost of greatness,
the burden that legends bear.
The road is steep and unforgiving,
but I'll meet it there.
For preparation, I traded ease for discipline. I traded short-term satisfaction for the chance to truly win.
The path was never built for comfort, the path was built for growth, and every challenge standing before me became an unspoken oath.
An oath to keep advancing, an oath to never fall, an oath to keep pursuing the life I chose to hold.
One more mile through the pain, one more loss, one more gain, one more step through the fire,
towards something higher. This is the cost of greatness,
the price of becoming more.
Every wound, every battle
opens another door.
This is the cost of greatness,
the burden that legends bear.
The road is steep and unforgiving,
but I'll meet it there.
Champions, but forgets the tears they shed,
the countless times they wanted out,
but pushed ahead instead. That's the difference in the end,
between regret and pride.
One chooses comfort for a moment, one chooses the climb. This is the cost of greatness,
and I choose to pay it still,
because the strongest kind of freedom
comes from mastering your will.
This is the cost of greatness,
and I walk this road once more, because the man I'm becoming is worth fighting for.
I carry every failure with me, every lesson carved in stone. Every night I fought in silence, every mile I walked alone. I remember all the doubters, every voice that said I'd fail, every door that slammed before me, every path that went cold and pale. But I never gave the darkness the satisfaction of my fall, because deep inside I knew that I was stronger than it all. The pressure grew, the burden rose, the world kept adding heavier loads, but every pound upon my back prepared me to attack. The weight I carried made me stronger, made me last a little longer. Every battle, every scar showed me who we are. The weight I carried built my soul, turned the broken into whole. Every storm that crossed my way made me who I am today. People only see the outcome, they don't see the years beneath, the sacrifices made in darkness, the moments hanging by a thread. Immerse is never born in comfort. Greatness never grows in ease. The strongest roots are planted deepest when they're tested by the freeze. One more step when legs are tired, one more climb when hope expires. That's the place where winners learn how to burn. The weight I carry made me stronger, made me last a little longer. Every battle, every scar showed me who we are. The weight I carry built my soul, turned the broken into whole. Every storm that crossed my way made me who I am today. I don't wish the road was easier. I don't wish the pain away. 'Cause everything that challenged me created who I am today. The burden wasn't there to crush me. The burden came to make me grow. And now the fire inside my chest is stronger than I've ever known. The weight I carry is my power, built through every painful hour. Every setback, every flame only strengthen my name. The weight I carry is my crown, and it will never drag me down. Because the man who bears the load becomes stronger on the road. Every scar became a crown. Every time they knocked me down, every wound they thought would last became my past. I have walked through endless rain, I have carried crushing pain. Still I stand, still I rise with fire in my eyes. The pressure didn't break my soul, it transformed me, made me whole. Every battle left a mark, lit the dark. I sit upon a throne of scars, built from every fallen part. Every loss became a stone to build my throne. I sit upon a throne of scars, stronger now than who you are. What was meant to make me fall made me stand tall. No more fear inside my chest. Every trial became my test. Every mountain that I faced built my place. The road was hard, the nights were long. That's exactly why I'm strong. Every step through pain and doubt brought the warrior out. I sit upon a throne of scars, and I've carried every mark. Every storm that crossed my way made me who I am today. every fight, every failure, every setback built my life. There were moments I was shattered, moments nothing seemed to matter, but the pressure kept on calling. I stood taller. Every scar became a lesson, every loss became a weapon. Every storm that crossed my road built my soul. This is an unbreakable legacy, written through adversity. Every battle, every flame etched my name. This is an unbreakable legacy, built through pain and honesty. What was meant to make me fall, strengthen all. Now I walk through fear unfazed. I've survived my darkest days. Every mountain in my path will not last. No excuses, no retreat. Stand again on wounded feet. Every challenge that appears disappears. This is an unbreakable legacy, built by grit and destiny. And the fire that once tested me became the force defining me. Trapped by the limits in my head, tired of hearing fear explain why my dreams should stay unsaid. Every excuse looked convincing, every shortcut looked so clean, but deep inside I knew the truth. Nothing great is built that way. The chains were never made of iron, they were made of doubt and fear. And every day I kept accepting them, they pulled me farther from here. Then I made a choice one night, stop running from the fight, to become the kind of man who takes a stand. This is unchained willpower, born inside the darkest hour. Every setback fuels the flame, every loss rewrites my name. Unchained willpower, growing stronger every hour. No surrender, no retreat, only forward through the heat. The world will always test your limits, it will always raise the cost. It will ask if what you're chasing is worth everything you lost. And that's the question that defines you, not your talent, not your start, but your willingness to keep going when the road tears you apart. Because champions are not chosen, they are built through daily strain, by showing up when no one watches, again and again and again. One more rep, one more mile, one more battle, one more trial. Every step through resistance builds persistence. This is unchained willpower, born inside the darkest hour. Every setback fuels the flame, every loss rewrites my name. lying broken where I left them in the past. And the man who once felt powerless has found his strength at last. The fire burns with greater purpose, the vision's clearer than before, and every challenge standing in my way only makes me want it more. This is unchained willpower, forged beneath relentless power. Every scar became a key,